Yo, 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 what's up with the Facebook family? Hey, I'm coming to you live here from my home here in Dallas, Texas. We're going to get kicked off here in just a second. Kind of let Facebook know that I'm live. And I think I got a great topic for y'all today. Something that hit me home when I was reading a little book here. So I definitely got to share it with you guys. But hey, as you're coming on in, feel free to let me know where you're tuned in from. I love to go back and just be able to check and kind of see where everybody's getting tuned in from. If you're watching a recording, in the comments, put replay down there. And then also tell me where you're getting to listen in to the replay from. Today's topic is going to be about choices. I feel this can relate to any and everybody, no matter how old you are, how young, or how young you are. So this is something I believe that could personally help out each and every one of us in our daily life. So we're going to get kicked off here. So like always, you guys, hey, I love to pop off with a question, y'all. I love starting off with a question just to kind of get you thinking about it. So my question for today is, do you feel the choices that you are making in your life are helping you towards going to your goals and dreams? And you might have to just kind of think about it, but just kind of ask yourself that, hey, do you feel the choices you are making in your life on a daily basis, are they helping you towards get towards your goals and dreams? And see, because I say that because the life that we end up with is pretty much an accumulation of all the choices we make, regardless of what they are. It could be maybe you're overweight. Well, guess what? You wasn't born overweight. Maybe it's been an accumulation over time of you just eating bad foods, fast foods, not taking care of your body, not doing any walking, not putting anything healthy into your body. See, it's an accumulation. So you can't just say that, I'm just overweight. And so one of the big things I wanted that hit me when I was reading this book, you guys, it's a good book called The Compound Effect. But he's like, one of the good things is he said in there, but it just really hit home, and it was never blame another person or situation, pretty much for the choices you made in your life. We as people are so quick to blame somebody else or blame something for something that we could have avoided. Something we could have avoided. Oh, well, I'm stressed out. That's why I haven't been working out. That's a choice. Well, I didn't make the starting team on the basketball squad. The other guy, he's a better point guard. That's a choice. Sometimes, you can outwork somebody. You can outwork somebody by the series of small choices that lead up to that. And we're going to keep on going through this. I just want to let you know that the choices, our choices, my choices, your choices, pretty much they can either be your best friend or they can be your enemy. Period. They can either be, they could be right there. They could be right there, locked arms with you, or they could be your enemy. They can hurt you in the long run. Like I mentioned a little bit, if you keep eating bad every single day, keep eating fast food every single day. Eventually, it may not show up the first week. It may not show up the first month. Maybe not even the first year. But eventually down the line, that fast food every single day is going to hurt you down the line. And so, I just want you to kind of think about that. Back to the question, the question was, do you feel the choices you're making in your life is helping you reach those goals and dreams? And you got to sit down, you got to really ask yourself, like, hey, is the choices I'm making, is this going to help me out towards this goal? Maybe you're trying to lose weight. Is this snack right here I'm about to eat, is it going to help me lose weight? Maybe you trying to become, make some more money in your side business. Well, hey, is this choice of, going out this weekend, is it going to help me get towards my goals and dreams? Or can I put that on the back burner for a little while, or going out, let me focus in, and let me reach towards that goal? The choices you make, think about it. Your boss just said that you couldn't be late to work no more, but you still didn't change the alarm clock to wake up early. You still didn't leave 30 minutes early so you could be on time. You get what I'm saying? See, the choices you make and I make, not just Quit blaming somebody else. Oh, it was traffic. That's why I was late. Oh, the weather was bad. That's why I was late. Oh, this. Well, you should have got up 30 minutes earlier and left 30 minutes earlier. Should have got up 30 minutes earlier and you should have left 30 minutes earlier. Oh, well, my kids, they gave me a hard time. That's why I'm in a bad mood. No, quit blaming it on somebody else. See, had you maybe woke up and maybe read yourself 10 pages, maybe even read 10 pages of the Bible, listen to something positive, your attitude would already been in a different place. So quit trying to blame it on somebody else for your choices. Your personal choices have nothing to do with nobody else. We see so many people blaming on their kids, blaming on traffic, blaming on this, blaming on that. Hey, I got into that situation too where I was just felt like I was blaming more people. And hey, I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just being honest and realistic with you guys. Your choices matter. Even though they may be a small choice, but guess what? They matter in the long run. And that's what you got to think about. And just kind of think about this example right here. These are a couple of examples I wrote down. I really wanted to share with you guys because your choices are pretty much the root of all your results. Your choices are the root of every one of the results that happen in your life. You don't have any extra money to spend? Your choices led up to that. Don't blame it on my job only pays this. No. Have you looked at where your finances were going between it? So you start thinking about that. Maybe you didn't have to get that $5 coffee every morning. Maybe you didn't have to spend that money on that movie that you're going to see every weekend. You're going to see the movie. You're going to a movie every weekend. Remember, your choices, my choices, are the root of all our results. But these are some examples I just want you to kind of think about. See, you think about the choices and think about how they can play out better in the long run. Think about like a basketball player. A lot of people say, ooh, Steph Curry has great handles. Kyrie Irving has great handles. And you go back and read their stories, you think about how they shoot real good. When you think about it, and you go look, he's like, well, I shot X amount of shots. I dribbled this many times a day. Did the extra. How good would you be if you did the extra 100 free throws a day? The extra dribbles with every hand. The extra time over here. The extra. Think about it. Think of how good a basketball player you could be. Maybe you are a basketball player. Think about how good, much better you could be if you just actually did those little things. Think about the football player. Maybe he's the wide receiver. He's just doing extra routes every single day. So he could be better than his peers, better than the people that he's playing against. So he can be better. And see, it may not seem like a lot right now because maybe you are young and you're watching this video. It may not seem like a lot. But think about it. 1 year of doing it. 2 years of doing it. 4 years of doing it. 8 years of doing it. Next thing you know, you did it for 16 years of doing the extra little things. And then you getting drafted by the NBA or NFL. Think about it. Think about the little things. You sacrificing now won't hurt you in the long run. All it's going to do is help you guys out. The next one. Think about another example. Think about the student that spends 1 hour, 30 minutes an hour every single day studying ahead of time instead of cramming themselves at the last minute. See, for a long time in my life, when I was in school, I crammed all the time. I would wait till the last day or so and try to study. I only remember a little bit. And then I ran across one of my math professors in college, and he was like, well, what are you doing? After I failed the first test, I'm going to be honest, I failed it. Because I tried to cram it all at the last minute. He's like, what are you doing regularly to prepare for this? I was like, well, I just, I do this. I pay attention in class. He's like, no. Paying attention in class is almost like mandatory because you need to get it. But he's like, what are you doing every day? Are you doing the homework assignments I'm giving that's leading up to that? And see, when I started doing that, my next test I made an A. Reason why is because it led me up to it. I did the homework assignment. I spent the extra 30 minutes an hour every single day. And see, that's what I'm saying. Doing a little something every single day is better than doing nothing. Now, the next example. I kind of mentioned a little earlier. Well, you're always late to work, or you always this, or you always that. You're always 30 minutes late for picking up your kids. Well, why don't you get to work 30 minutes earlier so you can leave 30 minutes earlier? Or you're always late. Well, why don't you leave 30 minutes earlier so you can beat traffic? You know, what about those type things right there? A last example I have for you, what about the person that's in car sales or started their own side business, and the person that actually spent the time every single day to make sure they did a little something every single day? Maybe you made those 10 calls every single day. And think about it. Just think about it. Always think about the numbers of what you'll do in the long run. If you made 10 calls a day, by the end of the month, you make anywhere from 300 to 310 calls in a month. And if you went on and on and on for the year, just think about how many extra calls you made, how many extra text messages you sent out. So the series of choices you make today, starting today, will showcase, it may show up next week, but most of the time it may not show up to 6 months down the line. But will it be worth it? Will it be worth it to have that six-pack? Will it be worth it to be in shape to lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 100 pounds? Will it be worth it to take your extra side income from extra $50 a month to extra $5,000 a month? Will it be worth it? So you got to kind of ask yourself, will it be worth it to make these extra dribbles now so one day you could go off to college and possibly go out to the NBA or the NFL or even run professional track? Will it be worth it? And so that, always remember, your choices lead up to that. You know, we can all make excuses for why we not doing this or why we not doing that. Well, these people were, these people were this, these people were that. This company did this people did that. We can always throw the blame game. Or you can just take personal responsibility for all the choices you made. If you aren't where you are in your life right now, physically, financially, business-wise, it's because of a series of choices you made in the past. And so, a couple of tips I kind of just want to leave you off like I always do. I got a couple of tips. It's really just 2 tips, and then one of them just breaks down. But tip number 1, as I read it in the book, as I read it in the Compound Effect, you guys, it hit me so big. It hit me so much. It said take 100%. It said take 100% of all the choices we make. Good or bad. You take 100% responsibility for the choices you made in your life. You got laid off from your job. Well, it didn't start from the day you got laid off. No, think about the choices you made leading up to that. You're out of shape. Think about it. It's because of the choices you made where you kept eating all those snacks, kept eating all that ice cream, kept doing this, not even taking the time to work out, not drinking water, whatever. It's the choices you made that got you to where you are right now. You aren't where you are in your business. You've been there, you've been stuck at one pin rank or at one situation, your business isn't expanding. It's the choices you're making. Maybe you're not networking. Maybe you aren't supporting other people, but you want support in your business. Hello? How you want somebody else to support you, and you're not even, going above and beyond to support them in whatever they're doing? Just support. I didn't say he had to buy from them, but support them. Maybe share their posts. It's free to share. Maybe like and comment on their stuff. It's free to do that. There's a lot of ways you can support other people without having any money. Tip number 2, you guys, and it's kind of like, it's really a formula, you guys, because I hear a lot of people say, well, Aunt, you got lucky, or that person got lucky, that person did this, that person had this. So a lot of people just pretty much just think everybody's lucky. You know what? Let me show you what the true definition of luck is. Tip of luck, number 1 on it is preparation. You got to prepare yourself. You got to put some personal growth in. You don't want to have a bad day? Well, wake up in the morning, read your Bible, listen to something, read 10 pages out of a book. It's not going to hurt. A lot of people turn on the news and do this and read all this negative stuff, but want their day to go positive. That's preparation. You're preparing for a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Why? Because you're doing some personal growth. Part 2 of that. your attitude. Part 2, your attitude, your belief, your mindset. I hear so many people say, man, I want this out of life, but as soon as, man, I suck at that. I'm not good at that. I'm not no salesperson. He's better than me. He's this, he's that. You know, what in the world are you doing? That attitude right there isn't going to let you get to those goals and dreams you have. Why? Because you beating yourself up. Part 3 of it, the opportunity. You know, opportunity is coming your way. Opportunity, whatever kind of opportunity it may be. It may be somebody introduced a business to you, and you were just talking about how you wanted to get out of debt, or you were just talking about how you were wanted to lose some weight. You needed some help. You don't really have too much time to go to the gym. Well, somebody come and show you a weight loss product, but you blow it off. It's the choices you make. When the opportunity comes knocking at the door, well, hey, you need to be thankful, be open-minded. Actually listen and see if this can actually help you out. Maybe it's an extra coach to kind of show you, he want to show you how you can get better at dribbling. Maybe it's a coach that show you he can help you run routes better. He can help you become a better defensive end, better linebacker, whatever. Be open. Don't be closed-minded, because the choices you make today will show in the long run. And tip number 5 on getting lucky. This is the getting lucky formula, you guys. So far we already had preparation, we've had attitude, we've had opportunity, and the last one, most of all, it's the most important of all. When the opportunity comes before you, hey, take some action, y'all. We've heard it before. You know, faith without works is dead. You know, a lot of people say, well, I got faith. You know, God's going to do this. Well, God isn't going to get your lazy butt up off the couch to make it work. Opportunity may have just knocked at the door. Opportunity may have just sent you a text message saying, hey, check it out. Hey, opportunity might have invited you over to their house. Opportunity might have been a phone call saying, hey, come to this extra practice. Whatever it may be. Opportunity may have been, hey, getting some tutoring. Maybe you aren't doing good in math. Well, it don't mean you have to continue to suck at it. You know, so quit pointing the finger. Quit blaming other people. And quit blaming your situation. It doesn't matter where you come from. We watch this all the time about, see, I'm big on sports. That's why I keep relating to them. But we see so many professional athletes come from horrible beginnings. You know, I can only imagine some of the things that they went through. Having to sleep out of cars, having to do this, not having extra money to do this. And now they're able to give back. Why? Because they started when they were young. Or they started and then it paid off 15 years down the line, 20 years down the line, whatever. And now they're living their dream life. And see, that's what I'm saying. The choices you make today will pay off in the long run. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I do have a quote I want to leave you off with. Nelson Mandela said this. She said, may your choices reflect your hopes and not your fears. May your choices reflect your hopes and not your fears. And that was by Nelson Mandela. But hey, that's all I have for y'all today. Make better choices. Don't eat all them candy bars and all them snacks when you know you're trying to lose weight. Don't forget to pick up a book and maybe read 10 pages out of a day. Just feed your mind. Don't forget to do those extra dribbles a day, because those choices will pay off in the long run. Them extra free throws, them extra route running, that extra hour of studying, that extra 10 calls for the business, whatever it may be, you guys. But the choices you make today will pay off in the long run. That's all I have for y'all. Peace out. I hope y'all see y'all tomorrow.